Hello everyone. So you probably are thinking, oh my gosh, is this another one of those Animal Jam is dying rants? Yes and no. The difference here is I'm not going to be complaining and spreading to pessimism. I'm not for that. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to be doing is actually quite the opposite, while at the same time not turning a blind eye to the problems in the Animal Jam community. I normally do not like making videos that talk about trending topics in the community or things that happened, because I'm not that kind of person. I don't hop on bandwagons, and I don't like to talk about trending topics. It's just not my thing. Even if it gets your channel more subscribers and views, it's just not something I feel comfortable talking about. But I felt that this video needed to be made because I want to prove that I'm not turning a blind eye to anything that's going on in the community. I'm not totally ignorant to the state of Animal Jam, but there's never been a better time, and I think now is the time for me to talk about it. So before I talk about it, let's just go back 7 months. Back in May, I made this video called "The Animal Jam Community Does Not Have to Die." It was 27 minutes. It was filled with me being fiery and passionate, saying, we don't have to stop uploading, protect your Animal Jam community, don't let it die. Well, I'm glad to say that I'm making a revised video for that, because I feel like there's a lot of things in that video I could have said differently, a lot of things I could have said more kindly and more calmly, so this is like the sensible remake of that video. Now let me just ask the video's question. Is Animal Jam really dying? Well, it's kind of a complicated question. From the looks of it, yes, Animal Jam is declining. Lots of YouTubers have quit, including Apari, the face of Animal Jam. Everywhere around you, it looks like Animal Jam is crumbling. And of course, people are going to worry, especially when people spread it around that Animal Jam is dying. This video, however, is to mention that I acknowledge that Animal Jam has declined, but it's also to tell people this does not mean it's the end and that you have to give up, that you have to quit, that you have to throw in the towel like everyone else is. We have reached the end of an era, and I know I said this 2 years ago if you were subscribed to me, and I know I said 2 years ago in my old pep talks, we're at the end of an era and a new one is beginning, because we really were at the end of an era. You see, in 2016, the changes for Animal Jam started. That's when it all began. The trials, the tribulations, people quitting and all of that. It all started in 2016, and I just kind of knew back then. The next couple of years for Animal Jam are going to be very, very hard. And here we are, December 11th, 2018. The end of an era. Apari has quit, so many other YouTubers have quit. But does that mean Animal Jam YouTube is officially over? Does that mean that's it? There's no chance anymore. Why even try, right? No, it does not. And I'm gonna prove to you why it does not. I mentioned in May that people quit. People grow out of the game. People lose interest. And that's no exception for the well-known jammers. If the famous jammers get bored of the game, they're not going to necessarily force themselves to stay. People have lives, people grow up, people grow out of Animal Jam. Animal Jam is a temporary interest. I mean, this is something people should have always known. It's not going to be like a career choice unless you work at AJHQ or something like that. But like a YouTube channel that is just a hobby and turning it into a full-time job and thinking you're going to be here for the rest of your life and get world famous off of it. I mean, let's be real here. That's the idea that people put into their heads when they started their channel. And I know this is like, whoa, this is an epiphany moment. It's wow. It's a moment of awakening. Like, I've been thinking about this for like months now. I've been waking up and realizing, sure, we all want people to watch our content, and that's normal. And with Animal Jam YouTube right now, it's probably very hard, if not almost seemingly impossible, to grow your channel. It's not impossible because people are growing. I see some Animal Jam Play Wild channels growing, and they're doing pretty well. And it's possible to grow. But let's boil down to the point here. Is Animal Jam YouTube something we should make our full-time job and our full-time career? Probably not. I mean, I don't judge you if you do, and I bet no one else does, but at the same time, if you really think about it, Given how Animal Jam YouTube has been declining in views and how people have been quitting, is it something you really want to call a job? Don't you remember when you first created your YouTube channel, was your first goal in mind, I want to get rich and famous off of this? Or was it just, I just wanted to make videos, I wanted to have fun, that's all I wanted to do? What were your first thoughts? I mean, I'll admit, at one point, I thought I could get famous off of this game, and I thought, ooh, I'm gonna be so rich and all that stuff, but that was when I started. I was new, and I thought Animal Jam YouTube was like a good career choice. I got distracted from the fact that this is a hobby. This is something we do in our free times to make people in the community happy. Yes, it's okay to want views and you want to grow, but as I think I once said before, you gotta have passion and drive to do that. You have to be patient and be willing to understand that a channel is not always going to blow up within 3 videos. It takes time, guys. It just takes time. Some channels have the advantage of blowing up very quickly because their ideas are new and original, or the YouTube algorithm was in their favor. You know, so that's just stuff you can't control. And people complain about it, and I see people worrying and stressing, who will the next person be that quits? Like, getting themselves in this repeated cycle of, what are we gonna lose next? What are we gonna lose tomorrow? What have we already lost? You know, it's just, it's sad. I see people complaining about what they've lost, what they're gonna lose, and it's just, it's a repeated cycle of suffering and sadness, and I've been watching it happen for such a long time. And I wanted to offer solutions and tell people, this is what we can do. But, you know, no one was going to listen to someone who was that fiery and passionate as I was during the summer. You know, that just kind of pushed people away. So, I'm just making this video more sensible and explaining that those of you who are still YouTubers, do not quit just because the face of the game quit. Animal Jam is going through a bit of a turning point. It's the end of an era. Some people have mistaken this as, oh, it's the Animal Jam apocalypse. It's not like that, because Animal Jam isn't shutting down. Animal Jam hasn't announced they're shutting down. I wouldn't worry about the game shutting down. The only thing I would worry about is those who are continuing to make videos. Those who continue to make videos that still enjoy it, keep doing it. Keep bringing content to the table for people who are into Animal Jam to watch. Or your fear that Animal Jam YouTube is going to die out will most certainly 100% come true if we don't still have people making videos. Sure, maybe it's not possible to grow massively on videos anymore and, you know, gain a lot of subscribers from one video. It's not necessarily possible anymore. And there's always a chance that can change. We can't tell the future. We can't just say, oh, nothing is gonna happen. It's gonna die out. We don't know the future, guys. We are not crystal balls. But all we can do, since we can't change it, is keep a level head, make the content we want to make, not stress all the time about views. It's okay to want views on your content, but if you're letting that rob the joy from you, and you're telling yourself this is a waste of time, and Animal Jam isn't interesting you anymore, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to make yourself suffer and keep making videos for a game you don't enjoy anymore. And a lot of people are waking up and realizing that. That's why there's so many people quitting. They're coming to realize that the game is not in their interest anymore, and they're moving on to other things. You can't hold them back, guys. Those people who want to quit, we have to learn to come to terms with that. It's a big change. Big changes have happened this year, and more big changes are going to come. Like I've said, it's the end of a generation in the game. Changes are coming. We may not see it, but those who stop making content are gonna move on. We have to roll with the punches and accept that their interest is not in Animal Jam anymore. Instead, all we can do is make content. Pass it down like a torch, you know? The next person making videos, if you have creative ideas, start your channels. It'll be hard and a challenge to grow it, but never lose sight of the fact that it's a passion. When I started my YouTube channel, as a matter of fact, when I told my parents about it, they said, remember that it's a passion. Don't expect to blow up and get super famous off of a child's game. That's what I was told. And for the past few years, I've told myself, don't expect to get famous off of this, no matter how much you want to. Just be grateful of every subscriber you receive, every view you receive. Cherish it, because if the game does close, you're gonna look back and regret it. You're gonna regret, why did I focus so much on views? Why didn't I just enjoy my time making videos for the people of this community, making smiles on people's faces, making people's days brighter? Why didn't I focus on that? Why did I focus on my problems? I don't want to look back and remember it like that. I want to focus on what I did good here and what I enjoyed doing. That's why I'm still here. I'm gonna continue making good memories for those who watch my videos, for those who keep making videos. I want to inspire them to keep creating. Just associate good memories with this game by creating more good memories. Don't let the community pessimism tell you you can't have fun in this game anymore. The game isn't shutting down, and it probably won't for a while. But what's the point in complaining about something we can't change? All we can really do is enjoy the time we have left with this game. Whether it's 2 years or 5 years, why would you want to waste every moment stressing? I'm not saying it's wrong to want to grow and be a big channel, but I'm just gonna say it right now. You can't make the same old Animal Jam videos and expect to get big off of them. You gotta try new things. We are in a time in the community where you've gotta try all sorts of new things to get people to subscribe to your channel. Because making regular content of your animal running around in Jamal isn't going to cut it anymore. And I know I'm kind of being a hypocrite because sometimes I do that, but I don't expect to get popular off of those little videos. Videos that take time and effort, you got to pour your effort into them and just be patient. You're not going to get big off of that first video. Unless you get lucky, but don't push your luck. We don't know. All we can do now is, if we're still into the game, keep making content for those who watch, and just work at it. It's gonna take time if you want to grow your channel in Animal Jam. You know, we don't know if the game is shutting down next year or 2 years from now. We don't even know if it's shutting down at all. So why are we spreading this widespread panic and ruining our memories of this game? Clearly those who already dislike the game and still make videos for it are just doing it because it's a good way to get cash. So if you don't like the game anymore, it's best you leave the game and do something you enjoy, because if you're ruining the fun for those who actually enjoy the game, where's that gonna get you and everyone else? You know, it's just spoiling it. So if you enjoy the game, don't give up your passion. Enjoy it. Make videos for it. Do whatever you want. But if you want to grow your channel, try other things. Try new things. Things the community has not seen before, you know? Now, if you want the Jambassador role, well, I'm just gonna say this now, you gotta try new things if you want to get it, because growing a channel is harder than it ever used to be, and you gotta try new things if you're just gonna make Animal Jam videos. Like, move to play wild. You have to adapt to change, guys. It's hard. Change sucks, but the time is now. This is the year. This is the end of an era, the end of a chapter. Big changes are coming, and if you're not enlightened enough to deal with the changes, it's gonna be hard. Think of it as a bird cage. You spent your whole life in that bird cage, but there's not enough resources there for you to live a long and happy life. Outside, there's a world ahead of you where you can fly and be free. But you're too afraid to go out there because you're afraid of changes. You're afraid to see what's there. You're just afraid to adapt to change. Thus, you will be left behind in the dark forever. So, if you want to live a happier experience on this game, you gotta fly out of that bird cage. Try new things. Expand your horizons. Change is not easy, but it's mandatory now. We can't continue going down the same path, suffering and watching people quit and just grieving about it. We have to move on, and we have to do things that keep us happy in this game, or we're gonna be in that repeated cycle of everyone's quitting, everyone's leaving, constantly worrying about what we're gonna lose next. We can't continue down that path. We have to adapt. It's time. Time to let go and move forward. I've told people there are ways, but they say, nah. You know, it's like people are so afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone. And I'm sorry, but if you're not going to step out of your comfort zone, you're going to be left behind in the dark. You're going to be left behind in that bird cage. Think of it that way when you make Animal Jam videos. Try new things. Don't limit yourself to simple videos anymore. You're going to have to work harder than you ever have now. And if you want to quit, that's up to you. It's up to you to quit. No one is being forced to stay. People want to quit, it just means they've outgrown the game. We've got to respect that. So at this point, all it seems we can do is support the remaining YouTubers who are still here. I'm going to give a list of people who still actively make videos and quite frankly, don't get noticed enough. So number 1 on this list, you've probably already heard of, but probably haven't watched, who knows, but definitely not someone I hear people talk about enough. Lucy Fluffy Den Decor AJ. She is a very talented den decorator, makes all sorts of interesting videos about holiday-themed dens or plushie videos, something you don't see often in Animal Jam. If you're interested in her channel, you should give it a watch. It's really creative, especially for younger audiences in the game. Up next is Awsomeisme1233 AJ. Extremely talented artists. They are already growing a lot so far, but keep up that channel growth because they deserve it. Very talented. Like, look at these thumbnails. A Cocoa speed paint. Come on, that's talent. Over here is an up-and-coming YouTuber known as Phantom Warden, who, by the way, is a fellow Phantom channel, so of course I'm going to shout them out. Go subscribe to Phantom Warden for very unique AJMVs. Yes, you'll see what I mean when I say unique. And over here is a YouTuber that I've mentioned once, but I've not mentioned enough. Retrowave AJ. Honestly, very unique, entertaining, visually appealing channel who makes animatics. It's incredible. I really think that they deserve to at least have 2,000 subscribers. They are almost there. Of course, I couldn't make this video without mentioning one of my friends, Pastel Rain, who is also one of my thumbnail makers. She is at 200 subscribers. She is, without a doubt, the first plushie Animal Jam YouTuber. She makes plushie AJMVs, is planning to make a plushie Animal Jam series. She makes Play Wild videos and plushie videos. Over here is another up-and-coming YouTuber known as Sherby Tech. Extremely creative channel, so many cool skits, and just very visually appealing. And if you're thinking, ugh, why is this guy wasting his time? No channels are gonna grow. Here's proof. This channel right here, Kingya the Goldfish, has gained, I don't know, in like the past 2 weeks, as they just hit 10K 2 weeks ago. So that's just proof that it is still possible to grow in Animal Jam, especially with Play Wild videos. So you can just do what I do and make both PC and Play Wild videos, you know? It's actually quite fun and gets a lot more diversity on your channel. So there you have it, guys. We do not have to let this be the end of Animal Jam YouTube. And since no one else is stepping in and promoting the existence of these channels that still make content for the game, then I say it's my time to do that then. So I've done it. Even if I don't make a huge difference, still gonna try, you know? Because I see these channels working hard, and I can't just ignore their existence. So I hope this video enlightened you all, those of you who watch it, and I hope it inspired you to keep creating content. Do it for the passion, and who knows, maybe you'll pay off, and you'll explode. You never know unless you try. So don't be a quitter. Be a trier. Or if you want to quit the game because you're bored of it, that's different, but if you love the game and you don't want to quit and you want to keep making videos, try. Just keep doing what you love and keep trying at it. That's all. Alright, well that's it for this really long video. Thanks for sticking till the end, and yeah, that's all. Bye. Good job, you made it to the end of a video. Now, you have one of two options. Subscribe for more content, or leave and never return. I'm kidding, just do whatever you want, but before you go, I want to say if you have creative ideas and you want to start a YouTube channel, go for it, don't hold your creativity back. That's basically the reason I'm here in Animal Jam, because I have creative ideas and I want to inspire other people to be creative. Well, that'll be all, so if you enjoy my stuff, check out these links, and feel free to give them a watch. See ya.